Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. How are you all doing today? So my name is Francine, and I'm here with my channel, The Hermetic Herald, for an impromptu message. We're going to be touching base with two people that for some reason or another, they're coming up way too often in my mind. I feel like even despite the fact that there are many other celebrities that are coming up on our feeds on social media in many forms. I don't know why I was going to say Xbox, but on YouTube, on X, on Facebook, if you guys still use that, on Instagram, it's just kind of crazy. I feel like I want to talk about these two. It's going to be Shia Labeouf and Mia Goth. Now, I feel like there's a reason they keep coming up in my head. My spirit team is open and willing to talk, and I feel like there's someone that wants to talk in regards to what the dynamic is between these two people. And as it may seem, it's something that's not really at the forefront of people's minds, there may be something that comes out very soon. So I feel like this is something that maybe is just unexpected for most, but will be important for you to know going forward. Now, these two cards are here because I asked the question, are there spirit team members open to me doing a reading with them? Keep in mind, I usually like to ask at first because I like to see if they're open to kind of engaging with me, their spirit team members. And if they are, it gives me way more of an opportunity and an advantage to understand them in a deeper way. So I want to tell people that aren't aware of what I do here that I typically do that. So going forward, I will do that with every celebrity that is new. And if you guys are interested in my celebrity readings that I've done in the past, or my celebrity review that was like 7 hours long with like a whole slew of celebrities that I felt drawn to read about, please check it out. I will have the links at the bottom in the description at some point, but check out my celebrity playlist for that. It's just really important to me, and I noticed that for Shia, they said yes, I should touch base with them. They'd be open to touching base with me, and they gave me the Leo energy. This is the energy of someone who is it feels like the energy of what he walks in. I feel like he has inner strength, courage, determination, perseverance, overcoming self-doubt and fears, very strong-willed. So I feel like this is representative of his energy, number 8. I also feel like he moves very quickly through things. I don't know, there's something about him just really loving to push. Now, with regards to Mia Goth, I asked the same question and I got the Queen of Cups. This also feels like her energy. It feels as though this is an aspect of her nurturing energy towards Shia specifically. It's expressed with these words that help kind of paint a picture as a choice based on sincere feelings. I do think she has sincere feelings towards Shia: imagination, dreams, empathy, occult interests, deep feeling. A mother or a mother substitute may play a significant role in near future events. Keep in mind, this is all of what the Queen of Cups entails, and I feel like it's intentional that those words are here on this card. So we're going to see how it lines up with who they are as people. I'm going to be touching base with their archetypes. I'm going to be touching base with their healing messages, and also I'm going to be touching base on the dynamic between them. That's primarily going to be what we do, and then we're going to learn more about how it works and what we can expect, okay? And if you glean anything from this, as far as, getting some information on what's to come for these two, I would be happy to help in that way, but I also just want to kind of see how we can resonate or understand them on a deeper level. So let's get into it. If you're liking this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Doing so helps people see this in the algorithm. I've noticed that my numbers have gone down. It might be because I tend to just speak bluntly, and in doing that, I tend to curse at times, so I will keep that to a minimum if possible. And then I just want to let you guys know I appreciate all of the love and support. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into their light and shadow archetypes. Spirit is kind of leading me and guiding me to look into two cards for each. 2 light, 2 shadow for the two of them, okay? And then we're going to see if we can look at the dynamic between them in a bit. I feel like I need to focus on their personality traits within the relationship. So With regards to Mia and Shia, I like to kind of nowadays, I always shift. I like to look into what their information is. He was born June 11th, 1986, and he is an actor, performance artist, and filmmaker. So he's known for a variety of roles, very well known with his commercial success, but also with movies, has won countless awards. So let's see what's going on here. With Shia LaBeouf, can you give me two light attributes? Ooh, that ran right out. Okay, this third one's interesting. Maybe it's 3 after all. So let's get that. Okay, what are his shadow attributes here? Okay, wow. We're gonna use these two. That's so many for the shadow. Do you want me to keep them, Spirit Team? You want me to keep them? Okay, we'll keep them. They want to give us some extras. So with Mia Goth, knowing Mia, not knowing her personally, but what we see here is that she was born October 25th, 1993. She's a British actress. Following a brief stint in modeling as a teenager, she made her feature film debut in the erotic art film Nymphomaniac, among other movies. I want to kind of keep up with, that. So that's for her, for sure. So is that. What are her shadow attributes? Let's see. What are her shadow attributes? Okay. Anything else? 4 and 5. They told me 5 and there was nothing that came out, so we're going to keep going. All right. So let's get into it. A lot of information. So the first ones that turned over that they want us to know with regards to, let me see, 1, 2, 3. His light attributes. We have a blank. First word that came to mind for this one. Whenever I have a blank one in here nowadays, I used to take them out. Now I intuitively look at these and I don't write on them. I prefer not to. Personally, I intuitively scry it. So I'm seeing thief archetype. When I see that in the light attribute, it's already in the deck. I already know that, but like I just feel like that's still coming through. Typically that's about being able to not allow people to intimidate you or to steal something in which you possess. So he is very actively engaged in making sure people know they cannot take from him, they cannot take something intrinsically valuable to him in his character. There's something about him not wanting anyone to think that they can take from him in some way. We have seeker as well, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. So he is a very I almost said actually intrusive, but I feel like he almost just wants to pursue knowledge wherever it is. It doesn't matter where it is. He wants to get into and in on the either secrets of the world, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding wherever he can. Okay, and it's the thing I want to really kind of hone in on is the fact that it says wherever they are, not wherever he can go. That's almost like an explorer energy. I don't know if he was an explorer in past lives, in the energy of someone who wanted to find and could. I'm getting a conquest vibe from this, because when I get thief and seeker, I feel like that's about him wanting to find wisdom, but at any cost, even at it's like going against or going beyond boundaries even, because he felt like wisdom was meant for him, regardless of how he has to achieve it and obtain it. Interesting. So we have Queen, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. He may have some interests with regards to his feminine energy. I'm getting something that I want to kind of see if there's more to that. Is there anything? I'm hearing butterscotch. I don't know if he likes butterscotch. Okay, let's see. Good. Trafficking, runaway, and trapped. He's been in a trafficking situation. Something really traumatic happened with him. I feel like he has come into a place of being more in his regal energy. He's healed a lot of things with regards to his feminine energy of trusting, of the intuitive nudgings and such, of trusting himself, trusting the ability to be at peace with something. There's something about him having to deal with some really terrible things. With regards to the media, with regards to people in the media or the people or people within a group, like a government control thing. Yeah, there's something about it breaking down, but he broke it. It's almost like he broke something down. So he has a very strong energy. It feels like he had to go through some really strong opposing forces, okay, and he got through. So his energy with his feminine is very is coming up to the forefront very strongly to tell you that he's had to deal with someone abusing and using him in various ways. So definitely benevolent authority is something he wants to walk in and focus on, protecting others. So he's tried to protect other people that have gone through that or were going to go through that as well. Very strong message. Let's keep going with his shadow archetypes. We have the damsel. So understanding, usually it's in the light, it's understanding the nature of healthy romance, but here it says waiting for a knight to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. He can get very something about love, and when he gets in love with someone, he can get deluded a bit to the I'm not going to say a bit, he gets deluded to the in a sense where he becomes crazy. Damsel, when you think of a damsel in distress, someone who's on a tower, who's waiting for their knight or whoever, it's a feminine energy. It's someone who thinks that love can really save this person. Love in a form of romance. So he's had some really romantic delusions with women. It feels as though he's had to understand that he can't rely on others to save him to some extent romantically or to satisfy something for him completely. He has to find that in himself. So there's something about that with romance here. Prostitute energy is coming through. Interesting. Places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. Okay, I'm just getting interesting energy with Shia. He's had to do some things, and I almost feel like despite all of the things that he's had to do, I feel like this is sexual in nature. Despite all of the things that people had him do, he maintained his character, or like he maintained some aspect of his inner strength, and that's what they want you to really understand and know. He had to settle for certain actions that people did for material gain, or either to help him or help a family member like his mom, help somebody. I feel like he's put himself on the line before to help other people, or put himself on the line to get something out of it, trying to be strategic, but still at the cost of his personal so I'm just getting promiscuity, like someone trying to utilize him or trying to get him to do things in order to get something they knew he wanted. So he's had a lot of experiences with this. We have the athlete. Yeah, he takes on way too many burdens. Misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, and also false sense of invulnerability and entitlement, thinking that he is like able to withstand so much, but he really shouldn't. Something about like, you know, when you go through something, you need to keep pushing, or like, that's not what I'm talking about. It's more so trying to take on way too many burdens that are not his to bear. He's done that a lot as the athlete archetype in the shadow. We have the priest in the shadow, which violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. He can get a really big ego with spirituality or anything that's spiritual. Priest. I believe in the news he became a priest, or he became like involved in the I almost said the Royal Catholic Church. The Catholic Church is something that he's engaged in currently. Definitely. So I feel like this is something he needs to be aware of, to be very careful with, is getting seduced by your own romantic, just thinking that you're just meant to save other people. Biggest thing I want to say here is just about the perception that someone can take on another person's, almost like just the focus on Jesus is coming through, that energy of being Jesus for people, or thinking that you are the Messiah once again, like you have returned and he is in another form and it's Shia. That's like the energy I'm getting for the priest archetype in the shadow. Femme fatale, inappropriate use of sensuality. He has a sexual disorder of some sort. He has some sexual weird promiscuous ways of addressing certain things. I'm just getting that energy. It's uncomfortable to experience, but I am doing it for this reading. But I'm just getting the strongest vibe that is his biggest issue. He has some interesting things that he does or wants or has wanted in the past and is fighting, but he is definitely going through something. Misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. Look how many cards we got about him misusing spiritual practice. These two that are empty. Let's get some messages for these two. I don't see anything coming through for them. So let's see what the first one is. Desert and natural causes. So you guys, I really wish I could say some great things, because I really do think everyone has light and dark, but I'm not getting, like, we're getting way more dark archetypes to talk about. So there's a reason for it. 3 light, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dark. So it's gonna have to come through as that. With the desert archetype, it makes me feel as though he is there's something about him being barren at this time, not like necessarily like in a fertility type of way. He has a child. I'm talking about more so like spiritually. He's very spiritually barren or corrupt. I'm hearing corrupt. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm hearing corrupt. He is very morally corrupt and bankrupt. He's really trying to have some belief system in place. And the reason why I'm having these moments where I'm slowing down is because I'm literally hearing it yelled at me. How would you feel if your spirit team was telling you this and it's really negative and they're yelling it at you? I don't get that very often, but I'm getting it for him. Morally corrupt and bankrupt. I'm sorry, Shia, if you hear this. You got a lot of work to do. So they're telling him that. They're trying to tell him that, I think, on his own. His spirit team is trying to do that, and his spirit team is working with me on this. So it's just kind of interesting that they just are agreeing that this is a problem. So let's keep going with Mia Goth. With the natural causes, it's something that he has caused himself naturally. This is something karmic. He is a karmic individual in the sense that he has more negative karma associated with him. He could have still encountered a lot of trials and tribulations. I do not discount that, but it almost feels as though he has done things that are worse in nature in the past and previous lives, and it's amounted to him having to experience something here and now. This is something that was in the making for a while. This is not like, oh, I don't like seeing anyone down in the dumps, but he's definitely here because of something that he has done prior in previous lifetimes. I will not say that anymore. Let's keep going. Mia Goth, virgin archetype and martyr. She is a virgin archetype and a martyr, and we're getting this energy of a lot of sensuality, but it's very shadowy and it's very delusional. And then she's the virgin and the martyr. Maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit and learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. She is serving him in a sense energetically. She is giving and fueling him. He needs a very pure energy in order to I'm sorry, guys. He needs a pure energy in order to, he feeds off of pure energy. So look at the people he's dated in the past. I'll give you an idea. If they're spiritual and also they seem to be spiritually advanced, or they talk about being spiritually advanced, or just have like a very pure energy to them, there's something there, because I just feel that coming through the cards a lot. We have with her shadow archetypes. Let's get into that. Her shadow is taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. So she's not caring. Mia is not caring for herself as she should. And what happens is she's trying to latch onto people who need help, who need healing, who need that. And she's trying to be that for them. But how can you be that for someone when you're not that for yourself? You can try your best, and you can only give a measure of it to someone, of helping them heal, but I'm hearing you will become decrepit if you don't allow yourself to heal in the process. Addict, we have compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. She has I'm sorry. I'm hearing heroin addict. I don't know what her experience is with drug use, but heroin is coming through. She has some addictive patterns. It's almost like heroin if it's not. That means that it's a very terrible, like it's a really hard thing for her. She's going through some addictive patterns with trying to be the healer archetype for other people. And that's coming through. Excessive feelings of entitlement, same as him. He got that earlier. That's with the athlete archetype. She has the king, same color. Rulership without restraint. She is a very like bloodthirsty energy in the sense of when you get to her in a negative, she has a negative experience with you or has some karma, some bad karma with you or has issues. Her anger, she expects you to bow to her in a sense. That's the energy I'm getting. Rulership without restraint. How dare you talk to me that way? She will try to like have you bend for her. That is what I'm getting. Quite a pair. That's what I'm getting right now. Let's keep going. If you guys have disliked because of that, you are proving this to be correct because that is just the way it is. Some people will be triggered by this. Their spirit team is very, very humble to start talking about this stuff with me. Thank you guys. Because it's hard to talk about someone that you guide on this path. This is just important for them to see if they see it, and important for us to see and know. They're dealing with a lot of addictions. A lot of things are going on here as well. So with the Sirens spirit team, what message do you have for the relationship? What do you want to talk about with regards to this relationship between them? Oh my gosh, okay. So we're going to go with what flipped. We have orphaned and milk and honey. Is there anything else? Number 5 is about a lot of transformation. Okay, a lot of transformation between these two. And we have 20, imagine. I was about to say imagination. So there's something about imaginations. They decided in this incarnation to co-create, and I believe that is why they have their child by the book. This will cause and create a whole new seed. So I feel like their child is going to be making some major breakthrough in the regenerative process of this bloodline between the two of them. Their child is going to do something major. It's a girl, right? I don't know why I just heard she, so I don't know what their child's. Yeah, let's just see. Oh, wow, thank you. That's confirmation. It's a girl. I just heard she will be doing greater things than these two in the sense of she's already existing. Just existing is doing something energetically for these two. And, I don't know. I really am praying for her to be connected to her divinity, to know that at a young age, and to not be swayed or to be used and abused by other people. So hopefully that, I see that happening. Like I see her going beyond energetically and being very powerful, or just helping in a powerful way to start and restore balance between these two energies in this bloodline. So yeah, let's just pray for her, because we have orphaned here. This is like the 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out. So these two feel orphaned by each other. There's some energetic cut between the two of them where they feel distant to one another at this time. Milk and honey it feels as though they're finding their own peace and their own riches individually. This doesn't feel like a unit. Yeah, never-ending story. So there's something here about abundance. I feel as though, let's get one more card to help me, because I'm hearing communion, so I don't know what that's about. I know communion is an actual process in which you are, it's like a very sacred ritual in which you are taking the blood of Christ, you're taking the bread, his body. It's very important, and I feel like that's somehow involved in the milk and honey. That is what he sees, likely Shia, as milk and honey to him. It's riches found in the Catholic Church and in Christ. Now I feel like Never Ending Story and Fork in the Road is telling me that they're at a fork in the road, and that's why it's coming in between them with these 3 cards and that split between. It feels like there's a start of something coming. So stability will come to them in some form or fashion, but it may come in the form of them splitting or them taking on different paths. going forward. So I haven't even done their trajectory, but that's what's coming through. And imagine, it seems as though it's still forming, and it always is. Energy is fluid. I'm going to say that for a couple of readings, but I'm not always going to remember to say that. But energy is fluid. We have to remember that there is something forming for these two. What is that? Would you like to talk more about that right now, Spirit Team? About what is forming for the two of them? Soulmates. So there might be other people that come into their sphere that help them. I'm hearing attracted, like they might attract these people, and they might be attracting some new people already, to be fair, to see kind of the reality of this issue, of their respective shadow selves. Something about this shadow self being a bit more pronounced within the relationship. But yeah, they do need to orphan from one another, or they feel this way already for sure. It was meant to be that way. It was meant for them to come to the edge and to come to an understanding of this. Yeah, not for you guys. Not for you, higher power, changing the wind. They're not going to be together for long. And even if they I just feel like they're not. They're just not. Just the energy of like they're going to be going on different paths. And I don't know what they're going to do. Like if it's going to be like a physical divorce, or just they're just going to pretend that they're together and then just live separate lives. Or just live completely different lives is what I'm getting. So we'll see. I don't know why. I just got the energy of like the fact that I'm Shia. I'm getting weird stuff. I'm just hearing chest. And then I heard boobs. So I don't know. Something about him liking Mia's chest. And for some reason I had to hear that. So let's keep going. So I want to let you guys know, when I channel, it's almost like for me as a reader, more than a reader, a prophet more so, because I like to actually speak and commune with spirits without tarot as well, and just talk to them, and I usually will hear a number of things, a stream. It's like a stream of information when you tap into something, and sometimes I'll get what they're doing, what they're saying, and so I have to just be wary of that. And I also I recognize boundaries, so I'm not going to go into something like deeper than necessary. I just want you guys to know that's real. That's not like a DSM issue or disorder. I would recommend looking up DSM if you want to know for yourself if you're dealing with that, but definitely not DSM-5 or any other number that comes out later on. This is definitely intuitive, so if it's correct, we will see. Anyway, let's get into this. Let's get out of the bullshit, because I feel like I'm getting stuck on this topic of trying to prove something. So I want to look into the next thing here. Let's see what comes through with regards to the relationship. We already started it off with the need for there to be a separation of some sort energetically before it becomes physical. It's already happening, to be honest, is what I keep hearing. So, Spirit Team, energies are really interesting. I feel like they're taking me elsewhere. I was going to talk about, with the Rider-Waite, talk about some things, but let's get into this. What are they dealing with, Spirit Team members? What is Mia Goth and Shia Labeouf? What are they dealing with? What are Mia Goth and Shia Labeouf dealing with? Okay, we have homesickness and change. 22 and 3. Self-sacrifice and seas of polarity. Shia is one end of the spectrum and she is the other. So they have conservative attachments. This is something past life. There's something about religion as well as a conservative attachment to these two. Like, I feel like religion is what brought them to get married, brought them to a place that they are now, or at least were when they got married. I feel like there's something about them trying to be generous with one another, trying to be like better versions of themselves together. There's something about them feeling like there was something missing. Okay, that's kind of, they grew attached to religion, and I feel like this is something that happened with Shia. I feel like Shia, okay, so if you guys watch this person, really great reader and intuitive in general, I do believe. So Amy the Goddess, if you guys know Amy the Goddess, I'm just going to mention it because it's applicable. She said something really impactful, something that stuck with me with regards to initiations, and that likely whenever you encounter spirits or just the energy of like feeling like you need to go to some religion of some sort, or to kind of divert to something like that in the midst of a difficult situation while you're just transitioning and looking at your like your ascension process, right? Just going through your spiritual journey, and all of a sudden you feel like you need to go back to a religion, or that you are going to hell, or just the fear mongering that happens within certain religions. I feel like that happened to Shia energetically, and he did not pass. So basically, he got really caught up in this fear of whether or not his soul was being damned, and that he had actually like tapped into something demonic. Now, I just want to kind of bring that up because I feel like that was his experience. I feel like he has a conservative attachment to Christianity, to Catholicism. I think more Catholicism. I don't think he resonates with the denominations within Christianity. And I can understand a little bit of why certain denominations are not really meshing with him. But I feel like he had like a temptation to go to Catholicism as a means to cover up something and to find a missing link he did not find in himself. And he thought the Catholic Church was very sweet, generous, kind, giving. He loved that. He latched onto that. I don't think that's Mia's story. I feel as though I don't really hear enough about her involvement in Catholicism. You don't have to know or to believe in the Catholic faith. But I just have a sense that he is the one that has a conservative attachment to something or the mentality of the Catholic Church, and he avoided the triggers, the shadows that came at the surface to try to help him heal. Very strong message, and if he hears it, I hope he respects that it's coming through for a reason. I feel as though he was homesick. He had a feeling of like not fitting in, of not feeling like he truly understood where he was from, where he truly was from. I feel like he was getting interested in tapping into aliens, into otherworldly species, or just working on figuring out his spirituality. He wanted to see and transform and change. But there was something about the sacrifices necessary. I feel as though he needed to make certain sacrifices. And I also feel like he had to respect and honor certain triggers and why they were there. And I feel like he did not. Just interesting energies here. Seeds of Polarity is telling me the light and dark aspects. He became so polarized in how he saw the light and the dark. I think he began to hate the dark. And not begin. I feel like he has some kind of issue with seeing people around him as the demons or as the negative entities when it's within him, not outside. It's actually within him primarily. I feel like we all have to address the fact that the darkness, it's something within us. We're not completely light. Balance is necessary. That's my strong understanding of the world, and it is coming through in this reading. Seeds of Polarity. He was not able to reckon with the dark specifically. So he ran to what he thought was the light, and that was the conservative attachment. And this relationship is coming through as primarily about Shia. I feel like she is coming through. Mia's energy is coming in a little bit more timid. I'm seeing it more in the generosity card, and I'm seeing it more with her deciding to marry him. But I'm getting the energy of someone who ran away from an initiation, or ran away from an understanding that was causing a lot of triggers to unfold. Unconditional love at the bottom of the deck. We have balance necessary and confusion. He was confused. I just feel this energy of feeling confused on his spiritual path, and then looking and searching for balance and unconditional love. He is needing a healing from the Arcturians, or just the energy of understanding himself and loving himself authentically 100%. Primarily is what I'm getting for Shia. This is mostly coming through for Shia. So it's very interesting. I'm just not getting the energy. I'm in unconditional love and Arcturian energy. I'm getting Mia now, coming in just a little bit. But when you look at these cards, Andromeda is coming through very strongly, and so is Arcturus, Earth, and Vega, and Lyra. Okay. All right, let's move on. All All right, let's move on into how they feel about each other. Excuse the sniffles and all of that. So let's get into it. How does Shia... Okay. Not ready yet. They wanted us to see the Three of Wands and the Magician. So that's the energy of already looking beyond. I feel like she's already communicated something to him as well. He's already manifesting something else. So with regards to Shia, what is his external feelings towards Mia? Oh, wow. Okay. A lot of feelings. Nothing turned over. What is his external feelings? How he presents his feelings, like, out there to you guys, to me, to everyone outside of them. What is his external energy towards Mia? Okay. I feel like this is also significant. What is his internal feelings towards Mia? Okay. So what is Mia's external feelings? External towards Shia. What are her internal feelings? Anything else? Okay. So what we have for his external, okay, they want me to tell you this, Knight of Wands. So that's the energy of being hasty. I think they were hasty in this relationship. It's coming through as someone who also is very sexually, I'm hearing vegan as well. Why am I getting vegan? Okay, so they had interests in something. And I feel like when I think of vegans, I feel like we have to look at this as like what veganism is rather than saying that they're both vegans. I'm just going to say veganism is about like taking and depriving of yourself of something. And then when you're deprived of it, of focusing in on using other things to help or supplement it. I feel like something about that is significant with their relationship romantically as well. I feel like they denied themselves for a while and then they went into it full throttle, or something about denying oneself helps them or made them want each other more. Maybe when they were separated from each other, because I did see that they were separated and they were together in the past, they felt more fire and more like anticipation for each other, more sexual drive towards each other when they came back together. So that's something to know. What's his external vibe towards Mia? We have the Truth with the King of Swords, prosperity, and the Wheel of Fortune. He felt like she was perfect timing, and she was an opportunity for him to do something better and to be better. He feels like she is his luck. Now, with regards to his internal feelings towards her, we have the Three of Pentacles and we have the Fool. That's the energy of someone who is, I'm hearing proud to have them as a friend, someone who feels like they're a new beginning for him. So Shia wanted to have a new beginning and a new start energetically. He wanted to move forward into a deeper contract, and he wanted to have like a friendship with the person he decided to marry. With Mia, her external feelings was the Eight of Swords. So externally, she kind of felt like she was tied up, and she wasn't afraid to tell you guys or to make you feel like she was being tied up. I don't know how much she talks about Shia, but she felt restricted, and she wanted you guys to see that. So there's something about her not being like someone to hide that information on. It feels like she felt hopeless, helpless, and that's coming through as her external energy. Her internal energy is that she loves him dearly. She feels like she should be with him intuitively, and she feels like he's just like a kindred spirit, a kindred partner, perfect union for her, soulmate. So she feels like there's something they must do. There's some kind of like karmic, with the number 6, some kind of karmic contract that they have to pursue or allow it to play out. So that's what we're getting for how they feel about each other. What is the energy between them? With all of this considered, what is the energy between these two in their relationship, Spirit team members? We have the Emperor, we have Judgment, and we have the Ten of Swords. Wow. So he is the one that is the authority figure in this energy. We have the Emperor, stability, structure. This is also about like the patriarchy as well, just masculine energy. So there's this energy of them having this marriage and it being something that was an awakening of some sort for one or both of them. there being like a need for them to, it was almost like a judgment call, but when you see the judgment card with the Ten of Swords, that's saying it was a painful realization, a painful awakening, a painful understanding between the two of them. So something about them getting married really brought about the Ten of Swords, and that is defeat. Now, with regards to it being a Ten of Swords and her being an Eight of Swords, it feels like she feels most of the brunt of that defeat. So there's some betrayal here, in the sense of once they came together, which was pretty hasty with the Knight of Wands that came through. There was under this deck, there was the 3 cards here, the 7 of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the 4 of Pentacles. This is the energy of delusion. One of the two of them is in delusion. Mind you, we said that Mia was the Queen of Cups in the beginning, and that's what her spirit team gave us. So she's feeling a lot of deluded energy. She's feeling like she must either like hold on or hide certain things, protect certain things right now. What that is, we will find out what she is protecting, if it is meant to be so, right? You know, spiritual boundaries and everything concerned and considered, I should say. We're going to look into what we can learn from the situation between the two of them. And if you guys know someone in a situation similarly, like in a struggle where they feel like they're basically being like placed in something against their will, or they feel like they have to do something because they're soulmates, this is your like confirmation that you need to talk to your friend. If you're their friend, or someone's dealing with this abusive situation, there's something about the abuse within this relationship is coming through. It's just feeling like with the Ten of Swords, the energy of someone who feels forced by this energy, this masculine energy with the Emperor. The Emperor seems ruthless. The Emperor seems like he tells you what to do, and there's nothing else that you can do about it with the Ten of Swords. Like, that's it. And it hurts. Power. The Emperor's about power. So what's going on in this relationship, Spirit? We're going to be using the Alicia Wicker Conspiracy Tarot deck. Keep in mind, it is a Conspiracy Tarot deck. I'm not going to try to like force a lot of messages out of this. We're just going to see what comes through. And it's going to be more so an intuitive reading. So we have the relationship. Treason. Work. I just heard Fiddler on the Roof, or Red Roof Inn. Something about the roof is significant. Interesting. So we have treason, work, water supply, and natural disaster. I don't know why I'm getting the image of a panda. I don't know if Mia is like a panda totem or has a panda totem. Very docile when she feels like she's in leagues with someone that she trusts, like someone that she feels like a close connection to. Or she just seems like the docile of the two. Ego is at the bottom of the deck, egotism. So we have power coming out first, and then we have treason, work, water supply, and natural disaster. Why is treason here? Fear. Why is treason here? We have money. Fear, money. And I heard tense situations. I'm hearing pretension as well. Pretension to much not. Oh, so they're telling me about a card in the archetype deck. Pretension to much more knowledge than you actually possess. So someone in this relationship pretends that they have a lot of knowledge or wisdom under their belt, or like that they're more ascended as an individual than they really are. So with treason, we have fear, money, secret society. Okay, this is getting, so I know that with this deck it gets a little deep, but there's something here about her fearing her life. This is specific. One of the two of them, it could be Mia or it could be, I almost said Ashton. So either Mia or Shia is going to experience, or is trying to avoid experiencing something that's very scary for them. Money, because they feel like they have some involvement either with money, or they feel like someone has already, there's information that they have on one of the two of them. I feel like they had to make this work, this relationship, to marry, to come into union with each other, to avoid something. And it's travel is coming through as well. So bottom of the deck is that. Someone here committed treason. Someone has a lot of information on Shia or Mia, and what they're doing is they're fear-mongering him, to like hold off on this information or to not share it with people or disclose it. Mind you, you saw what I said, or you saw what I mentioned in the archetypes and what came through, right? With regards to illusions and with regards to sexual addictions or sexual issues or something about like that coming up in his life a lot. He deals with that a lot, and I wonder if he's addressed it completely. We have portal and boat. So thief. This is getting a little bit intense, so since I see here that I have 3 minutes and have to delete things in order to continue the reading, I'm going to pause here. You're going to see everything exactly as it looks here, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I am back, and I might have to just kind of fix and edit like just the timing of my microphone. I don't know if you guys can see it here, and the video, but let's keep going. Let's just see how this goes. So we're getting a lot of information that is a little hard to understand. Wow. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you guys what I'm hearing. So with regards to this treason that he's done something very, very, very wrong. Something that is actually something that people racked up and they have on him. Now, I'm going to ask my spirit team before I say it, because it is crazy and I don't want this to be something that that gets flagged online as well. So am I on the right track, Spirit? Is the word that I heard something that is needing to be addressed here with regards to Shia? Oh my gosh, so we got judgment, yes. Guys, Shia has been involved with the usage of animals sexually. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That is coming through, and when I got judgment, as my spirit team say, you gotta tell them, this is classic for telling and sharing something informative and something important. He has been engaged with doing this to animals, and he has there's a wealth of information with landfill here. There's a wealth of people that, like, I don't know if it's just a couple people out there, but there's a wealth of knowledge on this. And I feel as though he has some like fear with regards to this. Of course, I would say, yeah, that makes sense. You know, with treason, there's something that he could really get messed with. People could utilize, because it's something that he should be fearful of. He paid someone to get this to not be something that people can find. And I'm hearing ballpark. So I don't know. He didn't even worry about the exact amount that this person should get for what he did. He basically said, "What's a ballpark estimate of what you would like me to give you, and I'll give it to you as long as you guys can just not disclose this." This is something that's protected by a society, a group of people that know him well and that trust him. Or these are a group of people that he has something on as well because he was abused. That is a very obvious answer in this reading. He definitely was, and people have been saying that. So he definitely has things on other people. Mind you, I think he's using this to kind of like play mind games and say, I won't talk about X if you do this. He unfortunately has been the perpetrator as well. So I'm just gonna keep it at that. Let's keep going. This is getting really dark, and it makes sense why my spirit team has been telling me to do this forever. So let's keep going. Treason. So treason is here. We had works, water supply, and natural disaster. Okay. I'm hearing skies. So crimes of passion. These crimes of passion are coming up. Water. It's just too many. He can't hide this for long. Or at least there's just so much of it on him. I feel like he tried to take it back. Or someone got this information on him, what would you like to say about this? Someone accidentally found this information. And why is dismemberment here? Life insurance. This person, someone found out about this information outside. It feels like this is outside. This is outside of the secret society or group. This doesn't have to be so woo-woo as like a secret society itself, but it's just a group of people that have this information. Mind you, there's someone outside of that he maybe let in. This could be like a partner, or this could be someone else that knew him. He let them in on something, or they found out something accidentally. This person is fearful because they know now. And it's almost like he wanted to either dismember them in the sense of like physically, or he just wanted to break them down. They now have a life insurance thing where now they almost feel, or the person themselves feels like they belong to him. Okay, so there's someone here in this world, someone out here in in these streets that knows about this, that feels like they have like their life on the line, and they have to consider things before they say them. They cannot just say this. Okay, so they feel fearful about this. I'm just gonna tell you guys that. Mark my words when this comes out. So if it comes out, we'll see. What else would you like to say about this relationship and dynamic? We have good. This is the energy of someone who kind of, ooh, wow. When you see the word good, it almost feels like this is the energy of, it's okay. This is, I'm getting a ringing in my ears, and it's 216. Let's see what's coming through. False person and military coming through. These keep falling. So, what would you like to say? Healing. So yeah, he feels like everything's on the up and up with his mental health. He feels like he's getting some training with regards to his spiritual growth and development. Both of them feel like they're healing, so they feel like they have nothing. I'm hearing have nothing to fear, and they also should not be complaining because they're actually on a trajectory of getting better. That is how it's coming off. Is that when we see good, false person, military, healing, mental health, and school, it just feels like the energy of someone who said, I didn't know who I was, or I wasn't aware of who I was, or I was trying to be somebody I'm not, and now I'm going into military, now I'm going to war. Now I'm in a spiritual war now. I want to focus on our relationship. I want to focus on the things that try to affect our relationship, and I want to ascribe to some ideal. This is the conservative attachment that I told you guys about. So I just get that energy through and through in this reading. Just that this is helping their healing in some way. They feel like this is helping them heal, helping them with their mental health, and agility is what I'm hearing. And then it is taking them to learning key lessons here. Okay, so they feel this is what's going on here. Let's get into secrets. It's secret time. Let's get into the secrets, because I feel like I'm meant to just go into that as well. Let's do it. I'm hearing dream. Look at that, hidden. Alright, let's get into the secrets. And this is a gift to you guys. I feel like they're trying to say it's not easy to address this. So I'm hearing and I'm seeing the word indecisiveness. You can't be indecisive when you need to share secrets. You gotta just go in, because there's a need for this information to come out. Let's keep going. So, ooh, got the devil. Classic. I'm not surprised. Okay, so what is the trajectory of this relationship before we get into the secrets? More secrets. Ten of Swords. Okay, that came all the way around. Anyway, I don't know. I'm getting the energy of a boomerang, the way that card just came around. There's something interesting or important about how cards come out, too. I don't discount that if you're a reader, okay? So that's coming through for me to tell someone. So we have the Ten of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Star. I feel like they're going to be ending some really difficult season or difficult experience, coming to clarity about this relationship, but that's going to involve them moving on, moving forward. And the Three of Pentacles or Three of Wands did come out earlier. They may remain friends, but there's this energy of healing and coming to an understanding of a higher purpose or a higher pathway here. We have the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the need for balance. We have someone coming to an understanding and having clarity. The two battling it out in some understanding, like vocally, like talking or arguing about what it is that they truly want. Ten of Wands is coming to an understanding of the burden in which they feel. Ten of Wands and Ten of Swords, that's about endings. Things are wrapping up here. We have 10, we have 1, 1, and then 14. This is coming into balance here. But here's the thing. When we look at the devil energy, that is 15, that is reducing to 6. There's something about them needing to come to balance alone or individually, because they have some devilish or some darker things coming up in this reading to deal with. So let's get into, now that we have already gone through their trajectory here, let's keep going. What secrets do we need to know with regards to Shia? Spirit team members, please assist me in getting clear messages that will help people understand. So I'm hearing backstab, and then the two cards that came out were the Ace of Cups in a sideways, and then the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Four of Swords that flipped and didn't come out. Okay. So someone has been silenced. When you see the Four of Swords and it's not coming out, that person's afraid to come out. So there's something about someone being afraid to come out about something, or something being hidden. Hidden is the word we got here earlier. So I'm taking all of this intuitively. We have with the Ace of Cups sideways, that's the energy of someone always having like either an emotional attachment or excitement, or having their cup filled consistently here. When I see the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, that's telling me an opportunity has left. Something about loss here. And also when you see Ace of Pentacles in reverse, that's telling me the loss of a relationship as well. So there's something about these two likely not even being together anymore, energetically, and perhaps through a formal agreement, not formal, but an informal agreement between them. So you might not even know this, or no one's going to know this for, I don't know how long. 4 is significant. Could be 4 months. But something about like 4 months, 4 years, 4 days, for all I know. 222 is on the clock, or 222, and that's about like partnerships. Karmic ties, when you think of 222, it's 6. All of these numbers matter. I feel like they want me to focus on the numbers. 6 is coming through a lot, and 4. So we have just something about there being a consistent love between two people. Perhaps it's their relationship, but it was lost. Okay, so they're quietly like living a completely different life, or they're living a life that others don't recognize as a separation, but it is. So that might be the first, that sounds like the first thing that they want to tell you, because we're getting the same two cards that came out. 2 of the 3 are cards we've seen already. 3 of Wands, Temperance, and the Knight of Pentacles. So they've already moved forward into balance, and I feel like they're also moving forward into balance between the two of them, mind you. Not internal necessarily, but mostly just within the relationship. And Knight of Pentacles is like a slow and steady card. So there's something about them needing to take their time. It also feels like they're taking either therapy, or they're taking like some counseling of some sort. That's taking some time. They need to be faithful to it. Something like that could be significant. I'm seeing the Justice card. So it's the energy of like balance, of karmic balance, but also the justice system is involved perhaps in some way with this. Let's get into the cards to see what we can learn about this. Is there anything you'd like to say as far as secrets for Shia? Specifically with regards to these 3, yeah, God. So God is what's helping him, guiding him at this time, and the opportunity. He tried to address this with God, the mountains that he was encountering with Mia, but he decided to drop it, to drop this person, to drop Mia. And so look at that, guys. We have a accomplice, partner in crime in reverse. That's the energy of leaving something behind, or deciding that, or recognizing it can't work. But there's also lies here. What else? Between the two of them, false person. Perhaps one of the two thinks that the other is not who they thought they were. Yeah, good. So they're acting like it's all good, but there's lies between them. What lies are there? So we have no. No surveillance. Happy. Interesting. They're really trying to say that they're happy. Even in this reading, it feels like they're trying to say, but no, we're happy. And it's like, no, there's something else. This is a lie. To clarify the lie, we have no surveillance and happy. So this is feeling like someone feels underwater. So we're going to look at what surveillance is all about. Why is surveillance here? Secret weapon. So someone here has the ability to watch the other person. And I'm hearing echo, so they can even hear them. And there also is something here about like them being very wary on social media, lying on social media, lying about this relationship on social media as well. And then also someone's watching the other. I can't pretend like that's not a thing. Everyone's watching them, of course, but I almost feel this energy of like either a PI being hired. Yeah, we're getting the card yes. Motel, hotel. I'm hearing what's weird is I get certain messages, like I'm getting Hotel Transylvania. It's like I don't know what vampires have to do with this, or like feeling like maybe someone's vampiric in energy is that they're draining them. There's a draining energy, and then there's also this short-term affair, not affair in the sense of like a third party. There could be. I didn't tap into that yet. But I'm saying like there's like some kind of situation between them where someone is being watched by the other. So someone's being watched, marriage, wedding. Yeah. So I don't know if this person hired someone and they have regular meetings to talk about this person and what they're up to. That's crazy. But that's a secret. That has caused a dissolution of this relationship. If it hasn't happened already, it will cause this dissolution because this person doesn't know them as well as they think they do. Mia specifically feels like the person that's being watched. Did she have a movie recently that came out or something like that? Because I'm just getting like a sense of someone not being around you because they're on gigs, they're doing their own thing, and then this person just wanted to make sure and keep tabs. So that's one thing here. She's being watched. Now, excuse me. Anyways, let's get into anything else. Are there any other things that we need to know, spirit team members, inside at the bottom of the deck? Is there anything that we should know about these two? Or about Shia's side? Is there anything on Shia's end that can come up in this reading with these cards? So we have runaway and war, communication. Interesting. Runaway, war, and communication. Is there anything else? I'm hearing unlisted or untitled. Both words are coming through. Cover up, death, anger. He's covering up something that he did in anger. He killed somebody. So there's something about him like hearing or having someone communicate with him angrily about him needing to step down on something, to not do something because they know that he did something. When you have runaway, war, communication, it means that there was some communicative war. Someone was telling him something and it was almost like a battle between the words, like battle between two people on two different ends. When you have cover up, death, and anger, what do you get? This is feeling very literal. So bottom of the deck is money, evil in reverse, and struggle. So good and evil is in a sense being addressed here. So the energy of someone struggling with something that they did, it almost feels like it's internally in Shia. He's going through like an inner battle between two different energies. And this is what I meant by that what is it called? That polarity thing. Seeds of polarity number 14, which is temperance. He finds or needs to find balance between his light and dark, and I feel like he struggles with it. Now, he tried to like pay off this person, but they don't want to. They're having a war with him. Why is cover up here? Let's get more information on the cover up. Crime of passion. He did something in a crime of passion, in a fit of passion. We have reptilian. We have dismemberment, and then we also have life insurance. So this person, Excuse me, guys. So reptilian dismemberment life insurance. I don't know why I'm getting another country like this happening abroad, overseas, and for some reason, okay, so you know how like certain things come to mind because you saw it recently or something like that. I sift through those things, and sometimes I find that the reason they came to me in the past was to help me know it now in this channeled message. So I feel like this is important. Brazil, for some reason, is coming through. Like something happened there, or I'm getting Sao Paulo, like a capital in I almost said Japan. Japan could also be another place, but something happened in Brazil. And I'm hearing the wilds of Brazil, or something happened like in a more rural area in Brazil. Something like that is significant. Something about a crime of passion, and this being something that's not talked about or addressed, because this person wrote something like Shia, he had some agreement with them, and with a sum of money was able to conceal it. do you guys know, whenever something attacks my throat chakra or makes me feel like I can't speak, typically I try to push through that because there's a reason that it's happening. So I want to kind of just remember what I'm saying. So with Aaliyah, there was an altercation with Aaliyah's driver that accidentally hit a child. Do you guys know about that? So I'm just getting the energy of someone who kind of like tried to like write something off and say like, how can we make this right? You know, how can we help? Can we pay for like funeral services or something like that? Because we were in another country, and if people find out about this, you know, they're gonna talk about it, and so there's liability there. Something about life insurance here with regards to like them writing something down for this person and saying, let's make it right. And because that person is in a very poverty, not everyone, but this tends to happen in areas that need the money, or people that need the money more. They do come to an agreement, and they just kind of walk away after doing something really fucked up to someone. So I just get that energy that something happened to someone, and then they just kind of like covered it up. That's coming through for a reason. I feel like Aaliyah is also coming through again for a reason, so that I should talk about her. But anyway, let's keep going. Murder, suicide. So this person, someone in the family of this person that he did this to committed suicide, and they felt guilty about it. I feel like this person was at war, and they felt like they were fake because they accepted something that happened to their family member that Shia messed with. They're at war with them energetically, even if this person has passed away. So there's something about like this happening, like, yeah, look at that, evil. Okay, so I'm just getting the same message about there being a struggle with him. There's a lot of information that people have everywhere, and he's regretful of it. But I feel like he also has the connection to organized crime as well. Do you guys know anything about that? So I feel as though he has someone that is in organized crime that helps him. And it could be a family member. Okay, that helps him go to war when someone tries to say that he did something. Alright, I'm going to stop there, guys, with that, because I feel like I'm getting into more and more deep waters, and I just want to make sure that I'm just kind of like aware of the fact that this is plenty. I don't have to force more to come through or try to ask for too much. But I do want to let you guys know that's what's happening. Now, with regards to Mia, what hidden secrets do we need to know about Mia? One is something about, okay... What do we need to know about Mia? What's the secret that she is hiding? We have the Seven of Cups. Interesting. The Queen of Wands. A lot of feminine energy coming through. What is something that Mia is not disclosing that we need to know? Meaning like the collective needs to be aware of this. It's something relating to her character. What is something that we need to know with regards to Mia? We have... the Moon, and we have the Ace of Wands. Let's just get into it. Alright, so I'm just going to be honest with you. I think I know what this is, and I just want to ask, as I do, is this true? Is this what I'm hearing? Is what I'm hearing correct, Spirit Team, with regards to Mia? Yeah. So... we have the Star come out as a response to this. So Mia actually doesn't know if Shia is the father. She had another, I'm hearing escapade with another man. This man she had behind closed doors. It was a King of Cups. she still loves Shia a whole lot, but this person, this is someone on the side that she was seeing at one point. So she healed or addressed this person. I don't know if they decided to just call things off, and she kind of ran into Shia's arms because she's had a relationship prior to him in the past. Something about just like them getting really hasty and running into each other's arms. But when we have the Empress, the Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Wands, that's the energy of someone who had a relationship extramaritally, and they had maybe even multiple people. Like they like to do multiple like partners as well, and was very empowered by that, very like in their power. So she felt love for someone else, and she doesn't know quite, she's not quite sure. Two of Swords, Chariot, and the Ace of Swords. So I don't know, did she get like a confirmation on this? Did she get like a confirmation on whether or not Shia was the father afterwards? Did she get like a confirmation or get like a test? So Page of Swords is the energy of, interesting, I just got the energy of someone who's like old-fashioned, who says, oh, if I have a girl, that means that it's this person's baby, and if it's a boy, it's this person. I don't know why I'm getting that like weird energy, like I'm sorry to say weird, but like it's just the energy of someone who's kind of deluded, who starts to think of ways that they can find out something without actually using like DNA testing. They're just like, oh, you know, I remember doing this, and you know, they're trying to like remember and recollect it, like have some recollections of it themselves. But anyways, Page of Swords. So Page of Swords is the energy of, yeah, they pursued it. Did they complete it? They did eventually, but at first she was trying to figure it out other ways, because everything gets out, you know. So Pages of Cups and Knight of Swords. So is this child Shia's? Because we have, yeah, it is. So she was really freaking worried about this. So she did find out it is his, but it worried her the hell. It really concerned her, not knowing for sure. That's coming through. So they want to talk about that. Okay. That's that. Yeah, this marriage is interesting. It's really like they really thought this was a great idea. Okay. It's free will, right? So what would you like to talk about, Spirit Team, with regards to, ooh, okay, we have Runaway. Then we also have Fear, Thief. She took something from him. Water and War. Ooh, wow, okay. Accident. You guys can see me. Secret Society, Affluent Grandparent. So she has a grandparent that's significant here. That's a Christian. Something about that. They're part of a secret society, and there's debts and false flag coming through. So family, okay, affluent people in her family are helping her. Interesting. Isn't her family also has some ties to Brazil? Okay, that's odd. Debt and flag. So she's indebted to someone. She has to pretend in some way, but she wants to run away from this whole thing. There's something here about a Christian. I don't know why Christian is coming through. Maybe she just has strong people in her family that are strong Christians. I'm hearing a lot of words, so let me see. I'm hearing like war on feminism, so I don't know if she like ascribes to feminism, and that's like something she butts heads with regards to her family, and that's coming through that way. But I feel like she has some fears, because if you are like really all about like equality, women's rights, I feel like that being in the presence or in a relationship with a tyrannical individual could remind you of like your past with your family, if they were very like patriarchal in some regards but not respectful of the feminine. Something about like her feeling like this relationship is like a natural disaster, like it happened as a result of all of her experiences coming to this point. And I'm hearing communism. So I don't know, her family experienced communism, and she feels like something about revenge on this whole situation. So I don't know what angle she's going to go at, but I heard angle. So she's going to take an angle at some point. with regards to revenge. But this is something down the road. It feels like this is not like currently happening, but this is something you need to know. She's going to take some kind of I was going to say attention off of Shia in some way, or do something very unique. Something about her trying to get revenge. It's very, very creepy. This energy is creepy, the way this person's staring. So I feel like she's going to be doing something. This is future tense. Anything else you'd like to talk about with regards to this? Power. So she has some plans for power. At least even in claiming her own power, her personal power, because I feel like she knows things. Man. Shia has done this before. Shia has done something a number of times before. I'm telling you, like, as far as like either slaughtering something or killing people, or something about him, like, I don't know, I'm getting so many words. Leon, I don't know if that's like in reference to Kings of Leon, or just liking that group, but Leon is significant. There's history to the name Leon. She feels really sad. She feels like she spaces out quite a bit. She feels like there's so many people that are corrupted around her, and she's not jealous of that. I saw that in reverse. She's like really wanting to get out of the situation. Energetically, she's even if this is her higher self, she's feeling sad. So she may seem like she's all happy and everything's la-di-da and like good, but it's really not. Her higher self is saying that. I just feel that energy of, and I keep hearing communism, so I don't know what that's all about. Why am I getting that word so many times? Natural causes. Why am I getting that word? Abuse and neglect. So I don't know if she's suffered a lot of abuse and neglect from a society or group. Healing. And she kind of copes with it by either partying or trying to get to forget, or to like something about her pushing it away, like this feeling. I think she is gonna heal though on this. It just feels like really dense. Anyways, I don't know why I'm hearing whey. I don't know if she's trying to use whey protein. That's significant. That's like one little tidbit to help someone that knows her know that I'm onto something. For some reason, we need like reminders, you know? So it feels like someone's trying to see if this is meant to be, or meant to be their message or something like that. Missing. So there's just a lot of information for these people. Celebrities are interesting. Not all of them, but just a number of them are really interesting to experience energetically. Missing. There's something about missing funds of some sort that they also want to talk about. Some money. Is there anything else you'd like to say with regards to secrets on Mia's end? Anything at all? I'm hearing like hearing aid deaf or something like that. So I don't know if something happened to someone that can't hear, or if someone's dealing with that quietly, like hearing impaired or something like that. I don't know why that's coming through, so I'm just gonna say it. Could be family member, that's why it's coming through. Maybe this person did something in a moment of passion or anger and it affected someone's hearing. But let's see what we get from Mia. What do we need to know? Great good fortune is coming though. She has an announcement to make. This is something that I think is going to be kind of it's unexpected. She's going to be making some kind of announcement. I wonder how long this is going to take. She has to be careful of her health because it's a pretty crazy thing to say. Beware of self-delusion. She's going to be saying something. She's going to be playing a different role. She may not be on her current husband's side. She may be on the side of an older woman, because we're getting older woman coming through. She may be on someone else's side in this. She's feeling dissatisfied with life. They do want to let you guys know she's not feeling like things are going her way. I'm hearing circumspection. I feel like she's taking some time for circumspection. Things haven't been really working out. Yeah, it's a younger and older woman involved in this. So she could be the younger woman. Forces working against you with a younger man. So there's someone that's trying to work against her. This person's younger than her. Either that, or there's a younger woman and an older woman working with her, and this person is a problem, the younger man. Temptation will test you. They'll try to tempt her with money. We have bag. So there's money going between hands to avoid her from talking or saying something, but a chain of events will affect her life. And she's stepping into a new experience. What can you do, right? She's meant to step into a new experience. She may experience a lot of, I'm hearing like, what is that word? A lot of oppression from other people that try to affect how she speaks or moves. But she's going to try to do something different. She's going to try to get through this really difficult season when she does talk. But she's going to get out of it. So I really hope she stays on the course that's best for her highest good, on her highest timeline, because I'm just seeing this being a very big journey for her mentally and emotionally and physically. So yeah, the secret is that she's going to say something that's going to anger some people. It's going to have them trying to get her to take some money, and she's not going to. At least that's what it seems like. She has to be very careful with her health. It might affect her greatly, or someone might affect her health in some way. She could triumph over this. That is the trajectory for her. I'm seeing that apple in my mind's eye again. It's like with the garden. You know how the snake convinced Eve to take of it? I wonder if someone will try to say that the wife she's not in a place mentally or fit to take the apple, or she did it because of other things, and try to make her look like she's not like a good witness or a good person to talk to with regards to something. But I'm just getting that energy of like trying to make someone seem unfit. So if someone tries to make you seem unfit, Mia, you should likely try to be as fit as you can in the public so that people can trust what you're saying. Because if they can prove that you are not mentally fit or that you're not ready for something like that, they will really try to attack your reputation and also attack your ability to talk on something. So there's something like that, and I almost feel like I'm talking to her. So, all right, well, I think that might be it. Yeah, I feel like this is just enough for us to get through. I feel like usually I do a healing message, but I did talk about the healing process already. So I hope this helps you guys understand the situation between these two a bit better. Please tune in for other videos if you'd like. I feel like that is my purpose, is to share information like this, and nothing's going to stop that. I really do love and appreciate all the love and support, and I hope you guys take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.